First,
What is this? A TV?
Was it a TV?
In his 50s, right? And bounced back.
Wow, that's
Wow.
great.
That's cool.
That he actually praises is NMN.
Cool.
Instead of me explaining, I'll let the doctor discuss.
Wow, what
I'm
is
gonna cover
this?
additional
I
effects that
don't
actually
know.
help
What
you out.
is
What
this?
NMN?
What is
Good
that?
question.
A
So,
TV.
let me take a quick
So
step back.
thin.
So about 20 years ago, Lenny Ferrante and a team of us at MIT discovered a set of genes that
Go out
control
with me
thinking
later on
in
and
cells.
water the plants.
Yeah.
That's what you find in beer.
Because they're popping up more.
Those genes are
Yep.
called sirtuins, and there are 7 of them in our
Thank you
bodies.
for using good
5
words. I like it
And
when
what
you
they
use
do is
good
they
words.
protect all organisms.
Because I'm not going to
on
buy you
planet,
goodies if you're going to use the bad
bacteria,
ones. You
humans,
have to use good words.
from deterioration.
school and at
They're
home
like the
and at
Pentagon.
stores.
They sense when we're hungry,
Everywhere.
sense when we're
No
exercising,
ugliness.
and they send out the troops to defend us. So when you put more of these genes into a yeast cell or a mouse, they'll live longer.
You don't get prizes and
Between,
treats when you
5
act
to
ugly.
20% longer. And so we think that these genes are responsible for the effects of dieting
So
and
you
exercise.
show me how
which
good
is
you
great.
are.
What that means is we can now mimic that with molecules. So NMN is one of those
I
molecules.
like your
So is
haircut.
well, with this NMN,
like the haircut Mom
you get
gave you?
improved energy, weight
Like
management,
it?
endurance, strength, and anti-aging benefits. And personally, it's improved
like
my
your
skin.
haircut,
Your body starts producing NAD+, which starts firing up all those abilities that you used to have when you were 18 years old. And you don't have anymore because you've aged and you got the pot belly and you got the creaky knuckles. Well, many people on YouTube have documented their experience with it over 1 to 2 years, discussing the blood tests and findings that, it seems everyone's trying
What?
it.
What did I tell
So
you?
especially as men,
Because I won't buy
maintaining
you
mental
another
clarity
card
and
for a
health is
long,
crucial,
long
and
time
you
until
need
you
to
stop
take
using
care of
bad
yourself
words.
as no one else will. So check out the Black Forest supplements. And
I will try the
the
product.
link is below. You are offering. They're actually
Is
offering buy
this
2 get 1
3D?
free
Yes,
promo for the next
it's-
48 hours. Explore
It's-
our sponsor today.
yeah,
and
it's
I think you'll be
4K.
pleasantly surprised. It's in the description box below.
Well, first of all, the problem here is that this is a very important shipping lane, and in the last year and a half, the last 18 months, the Houthis have struck or attacked 174 naval vessels of the United States, attacking the U.S.
Already
Navy
got
directly
this.
174 times, and 145 times they've attacked commercial shipping. So we basically have a band of pirates, with guided precision anti-ship weaponry, and exacting a toll system in one of the most important shipping lanes in the world. That's just not sustainable. We are not going to have these people controlling which ships can go through and which ones cannot. And so your question is, how long will this go on? It will go on until they no longer have the capability to do that.
Well, what does U.S. intelligence tell us at this point? Because the U.S. had been conducting strikes
I don't
for
know
some
who's
time, but
this.
has not stopped the Houthis. So what's going to be different right now? Do you have more fidelity in the intelligence that would make this more successful?
Well, those strikes were retaliation strikes. So they launched one
That was
missile,
like
we
a
hit the missile
kill
launcher,
scene
or
in the
we had
water.
something to do with. This is not a message. This is not a one-off. This is an effort to deny them the ability to continue to constrict and control shipping, and this is not going to happen. We're not going to have these guys, these people with weapons able to tell us where our ships can go, where the ships of all the world can go, by the way. It's not just the U.S. We're doing the world a favor.
Yeah.
We're doing the entire world a favor by getting rid of these guys and their ability to strike global shipping. That's the mission here, and it will continue until that's carried out. That never happened before. The Biden administration didn't do that. All the Biden administration would do is they would respond to an attack. These guys would launch one rocket, we'd hit the rocket launcher. That's it. This is an effort to take away their ability to control global shipping in that part of the world. That's just not going to happen anymore.
And it could
will continue until that's finished.
involve ground raids?
Well, those are military decisions to be made, but I've heard no talk of ground raids. I don't think there's a necessity for it right now. I can tell you that as of last night, some of the key people involved in those missile launches are no longer with us.
It's a
And I
large,
can tell you that some
large
of the facilities
size.
that they use are no longer existing, and that will continue. Look, it's bottom line, easy way to understand it, okay? These guys are able to control what ships can go through there.
There you
They've attacked
go.
the U.S. Navy. 174 times they've attacked the United States Navy. We're not going to have people sitting around with the missiles attacking the U.S. Navy. It's not going to happen, not under President Trump.
Not going to happen. Not under President Trump. Folks, we're just getting started. Remember, he was just inaugurated. Seems like yesterday. We're kicking butt all around this earth, and people have been begging, oh, where are we going to see this list? And President Trump needs to hurry. And until something happens, I'm not going to support what's going on. Well, he brought out Pam Bondi. I thought this was great from BioClass.
Was that 3D? I don't
Based
know
on the
what is
optics
this
from the DOJ, Trump and his team made a conscious effort to make it clear that he trusts AG Pam Bondi. He knows what people have been saying online. He knows many are critical of Bondi. He made an effort to show that he supports her. Bioclandestine said, I
I
know
am
everyone has an
almost
opinion about
confusing.
how to run the government and how to drain the swamp, but ultimately, Trump is the one
I
who
forgot
gets
the
to make
3D
these
one.
decisions. He has a plan, and the American people chose to carry out said plan. If Bondi is compromised or not accomplishing what Trump wants, Trump will know about it long before we do, and it will be up to him to correct it. But for the time being, Trump just made a pretty clear statement at the DOJ under the new administration that this is going to be different, and he has faith in his appointees such as Bondi and Cash. If you disagree with Trump's appointees or his plan,
Green
then
afraid
before
of
you...
dark. Sometimes.
You're not a child, you're a man, so stop wearing so many layers to go outside.
You're a woman. You're not a child. You're a woman.
You're not a child. You're a growing boy. You're almost a teenager.
Almost 13.
You're almost a teen. You're going to go from tween to level up to teen. You're going to level up this year.
Next will
to
be
the big 1-3.
woman will be
1-3, 13. The big teen.
13.
Woo! That's going to be awesome.
Oh, I forgot
Awesome
the text.
blossom.
For years you can vote for who you want, somebody else. But until then, he
By
That's hard.
appointing the people that I've appointed, they're sitting right here. They've done most of it. I don't do it, they do it. Right, Pam? I think, oh, you are so tough, they just don't know yet.
You are so tough. They just don't know yet, right, Bondi? And so, of course, the question was brought up here recently about the list. And this came out. Scotty Films put some quote comms together with us. Here you
A
go.
lot of intrigue surrounding the release of the Epstein files, Martin Luther King files, John F. Kennedy files. Some current and former FBI agents are saying, some of them telling me, that they feel the FBI establishment came out ahead in the standoff sort of with the New York FBI field
Wait
office
a
over
minute.
releasing the records, and your Attorney General Pam
There we
Bondi,
go.
demanding them but not getting all that she wanted. Is that process still on track? I think that's one of the most often questions I've been asked the last couple of days, to release these records on
Let me
Epstein, MLK, and JFK.
Well, Pam Bondi's done a phenomenal job in every respect. And there could have been some holdback. I haven't heard too much.
Is that a
about it, but
pie
the
or
bottom line is
something?
The records are getting out. The Kennedy records are getting out. Those are the ones I really wanted to see the most with the Kennedys. And during my administration, as you know, I released a lot of them, but then a lot of people started coming in, people that are respected, people that work for the administration asked me not to release the rest.
Wait.
And I respected that. Didn't
That's a
release
bed.
everything, but I respected that. And I did say, I must tell you, I said that probably wish I did release the whole thing, because I have no idea what's in there.
Okay.
But since then they found, and we found, 2,000 more documents on Kennedy. And the one they want most is Kennedy, and it's going to be released. It's moving along, and it's moving along pretty rapidly. It doesn't go that
Weeks
rapidly.
maybe?
Yeah,
Longer?
I would say weeks. Yeah, I say weeks.
I would say weeks.
The phone
The
or something?
lists.
I don't
Weeks.
know what is this.
Interesting, because we're reminded that, remember Robert Byrd? He was a KKK member from my first day in the Senate, said Robert Byrd. Remember, he's Democrat. I sought out his guidance, and he has always been generous with his time. This is from Hillary Clinton in 2008. She's talking about Robert Byrd. She sought out for his guidance. He's always been generous with his time and his wisdom. And as Secretary of State, I continue to rely on his advice and counsel, and she relied on him. Quick history lesson: 13th Amendment abolished slavery, 100% Republican support,
Okay.
23% Democrat
Let me
support.
work.
14th Amendment gives citizenship to freed slaves, 94% Republican support, 0% Democrat. 15th Amendment, right to vote for all, 100% of Republicans supported that, 0% of Democrats supported that. It's amazing, huh? It's time to learn the truth. Why are D's inspiring activist groups to remove history regarding slavery? Why are history books painted a different picture than before? Why are teachers following a new false script? Republicans are racist. Learn the term projection. Why are they threatened? Mainstream media has you brainwashed. They want you controlled and enslaved and divided and dependent. Okay? So then you go to the bottom of this. President Trump's talking about MLK. Why does Pelosi mention Martin Luther King 74% of the time during weekly addresses? Martin Luther King was a conservative, according to the Q board. Learn the truth. Reread your drops. Why do we look at skin color? Division. Patriots don't have skin color. Then you got executive orders, treason, update, read, study the executive orders, follow the pen. Executive orders, post, pen, picks. Connect, learn, sky event. Interesting, right? The pen. Okay? So who's been using the fake pen on all this? We'll push to divide, strong, stay together, stay strong, we the people, where we go, one all, we go all. That's from JFK. Okay? There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be hard to swallow, folks. Who are the puppet masters? We got the House of Saud, $4 trillion. Rothschild, remember the Bank of Yemen?
We got the iPad.
Soros, $1 trillion. Focus on
If I was iPad for iOS 7
disclosures are false.
for
feed the
maybe entertaining.
Slush funds and war feeds it, and environmental pacts feeds it. The triangle has three sides. The eye of providence. Follow the bloodlines. Then he goes down on this particular drop. What is a cult? Who worships Satan? Does the thought of Satan exist? Does Satan exist? What's the keystone? Epstein Island. All those questions, and then we get Epstein Island. What's a temple? What occurs in a temple? Worship? Why is the temple on top of a mountain? How many levels might exist? All this coming out. Remember, rest in peace, JFK. We will succeed. The pyramid will collapse. Those three, House of Saud, Rothschilds, and Soros, they're going to collapse.
Suity fixed.
Why is Epstein spending $29 million, to bury the tunnels underneath Epstein Island? It's amazing. Real AF Patriot puts this out. To summarize this week, March 14th, 2019 drop. Democrats prep to steal the 2020 elections. Welcome to the D Party.
Okay, we got the first dark mode.
Trump allowed them to steal the 2020 election. President Trump knew long before March 2019 that the Democrats were planning to steal the 2020 election. Knowing what you know about President Trump, do you honestly believe that he was just going to allow them to steal it? Allowing the government to be overthrown would have made Trump guilty of dereliction of duty. He never would have done that. Instead, he used all the tools available to him as a wartime president to catch them all in the act. Allow the steal to happen optically. Establish a continuity of government plan to keep us from being completely destroyed. And allow the people to see and experience what happens when you have a stolen election. Make sure that the masses would never see or believe the truth.
What the
and so no one would have believed Trump about any of it. There would have been a very, very pause. And allow the people to the opportunity to wake up and see just how evil they are. And think about it rationally. It makes total sense. We were already at war, so Trump's only option was to decide how to proceed and lose the least of happen would be to have an awakened population who would stand behind him in order to do what must be done to get guilty. Once awake,
we got our versions together. We can swipe.
Protect the people.
I love swiping like this.
Never stop trying.
It's a newer one.
We've got so much more to show you guys. The pardons that are probably going to be pushed away now because the auto pen was used for Biden. We're going to look at the Aragua folks that are being deported now and how they tried to stop it. The deep state tried to stop it using their stupid judges. Oh man, we got so much more to go. Before that, we get to that, I want to remind you that we are at andweknow.com, a very, very good website, folks. in the description box below too. You're going to find that you get free shipping.
And we know.
Generally speaking, signed it with AutoPen, so how would he know that AutoPen is a big deal? I don't know, you know, they're having, who's doing this? So when my people come up, Will and all of the people, Steve, they come up and, sir, this is an executive order, they explain it to me, and, you know, 90% of the time I sign it, 99%.
Say goodbye to old costly cable TV once and for all. This revolutionary invention gives you access to your favorite channels and movies.
Let's measure this. Okay.
9% of the time I say do it, but they come up and I sign it. But you don't use AutoPen. It's, number one, it's disrespectful to the office. Number two, maybe it's not even valid. Because, who's getting him to sign? He had no idea what the hell he was doing. If he did, all of these bad things wouldn't be happening.
I'll put water on the
President Trump
cooking.
put this out. If you guys looking at this on Truth Social, if you're not looking and you're listening in, he put a photo of him 2017 to 2021 with his smile as the president. And the next one is the AutoPen signing J.R. Biden, 2021 to 2025. And the next photo is President
My
Trump again,
iPad is about
2025
to
for president.
die soon. But I just wanted to do.
Select committee of political forces, thugs, and many others are hereby declared void. Vacant.
Someone forgot the iPad charger.
Because of
There's
the
my
fact that
iPad
they were done
charger.
by AutoPen. In other words, Joe Biden did not sign them, but more importantly, he did not know anything about them. The necessary
That's
party
so
documents
fucking
were not
annoying.
explained to or approved by Biden. He knew nothing about them, and the people that did may have committed a crime.
It's almost